this video, we are going to be taking a look at some new upcoming updates that could be added to Build-A-Boat. We have a bunch of potential new items and even some more tool changes that could be added to the game in the future. So we're going to be taking a look at potential new tools that could be added to Build-A-Boat, new potential items, and also we're going to be taking a brief look at an Easter update and if there might be one. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Also be sure to like the video and subscribe. We're not going to waste any more time. Let's hop straight in. I think I might start bringing the fan board back inside of the video. So you guys can see we have tons of people on the fan wall. In fact, even started on the back side over here. So if you guys want me to return this, go ahead and drop a big thumbs up. If this video gets to 300 likes, we'll return the fan board in future videos. And also comment down below. Let's do harpoon is going to be the keyword. Comment down below harpoon if you want to be on the fan wall. I'm going to be picking one comment. Let's not waste any more time. Let's hop straight into it. So the first thing I actually want to talk about is potential new tool updates inside of Build-A-Boats, because we still have a couple that could potentially get added. Now, inside of the most recent update we actually got inside of Build-A-Boats, they actually added the mirror tool. So instead of duplicating like this, I mean, this is what we had beforehand, but it didn't actually like reflect. This one, if you actually hover over the travel tool now, there's actually the mirror. So you can just go like this and just mirror so easily. And it's way smoother than the clone, in my opinion. And I mean, it flips it around. I mean, all around. This thing's really, really awesome. This is probably one of the most useful tool features they've added pretty much since the travel tool got released. And a lot of players are absolutely loving the tool updates that they've been dropping recently. And well, there's still a couple few ideas that I've been seeing roaming around inside my comment section and other people's videos. And one of those is actually a material changing tool, to where if you build a boat fully out of like wood like this and you wanted to change the material, I'm not too sure what the tool would be, or if they could like add it inside of like the paint tool or something, would be to fully change the material. Like if this was wood and you wanted it to be turned into the concrete block, that you could literally just kind of like paint over it, like kind of like how the paint tool is, where you can just drag over it. I'm not saying that this is something confirmed, but it's talked about a lot. Maybe it will be a thing inside of the future. Let me know down below. Would you guys want a material changing tool added to Build-A-Boats? Comment down below. On top of that, there's also the 0.001 scaling update that could be added to the scale tool, which also would be a really, really big update that they've been hinting inside of Build-A-Boat for years now. It's actually been like 2 years since Roblox announced that you're able to put blocks to 0.001 scaling. And right now to Build-A-Boat, I believe we can only go to 0.05, but if we can go to 0.001, it's going to be able to make micro builds even better and more detailed. And well, it looks like they are planning for it to be added to Build-A-Boat, because it is right here being hinted at on one of the pedestals, which these pedestals reveal future updates. So the scaling could also be a future update for tool. In fact, this is probably the most likely one to come out before anything, just because it's been on the pedestals for so long. Also, there's been a little bit of talk about the blueprint tool and if it's ever going to be added to the game. And this is something that it looks like the owner was going to add a few years ago, but never actually ended up adding it to the game, where basically it was a blueprint to where you could build things instantly with the cost of gold, and you need the necessary blocks to own it. This got uploaded to the owner's inventory a couple years ago, but has never been added, so I don't think that's going to get added. As I mentioned before, I think probably the most likely tool update we're going to see inside of the future is going to be the 0.001 scaling, and maybe the material changing tool. That's a maybe, but comment down below any other tool changes that you'd like to see in Build-A-Boat. Let me know down below. All right, next up we have some potential new items that could be added to Build-A-Boat. So these 4 items right here are the most recent items that they added to Build-A-Boat. Well, other than the spike block, I forgot to mention that. So we got the spike block, the minigun, we got the rope block, we got the bar block, and the spring, which is still in the game in the past, but it did entirely change, so I kind of have to add it. So we got 3 building blocks, and we got 2 PvP items. Now, believe it or not, this minigun right here was actually inside of the owner's inventory for a very long time. So you guys can see right here that this is the minigun icon when it originally got uploaded, and you guys can see right here, it will look like it was ready to be added to the game years ago, but it didn't actually come out until the RB Battles event dropped. And there's other items just like this with the minigun that was sitting inside of the owner's inventory, but it hasn't got added for a while. And it looks like we could be seeing more of these items be added in the future. Check some of these out, because these look pretty cool. All right, so on the left-hand side, you guys can see we have the minigun. Also added near then was also the sword, which, by the way, that sword right there is the same exact sword that's inside of the secret room behind the waterfall. So we could be seeing that. We also have a laser another PvP item as well, which I really want this to get added to the game. I feel like that'd be sick to have a laser beam. Not really like the laser launcher that we have. Also, I guess technically this is also a recent item that got added, but like one that you can activate like a switch or something, I feel like would be really, really awesome. And you guys can see right there, there's the cookie wheels. Those ones got added as well. And we also got some blocks included there to buy 1,000 blocks. But there was even other items like this wheel design that we've never seen. We have a crossbow, we got a pencil, and even the back wheel right there. And we also got this smiley face wheel, which could also be added in the future maybe. So we've seen the trend of them actually adding like old items that we thought were gonna get added years ago, but didn't. So maybe they're gonna add those in the future. Those are definitely possibilities, but there's one major update that we are up on inside of Build-A-Boat for Treasure. One major update that Build-A-Boat does an amazing job every single time they do it, and that is the Easter update in Build-A-Boat for Treasure. Now, usually inside of the Easter updates, they do add a boss fight and their very own Easter egg hunt, which you guys can see right here. The Build-A-Boat for Treasure Easter update is here. It's raining eggs. Solve all 6 egg challenges located around the map, and you'll be granted access to the final egg king. So basically what would happen inside of Build-A-Boat is eggs would rain from the sky, they would drop, they'd have puzzles, and then once you actually got every egg unlocked, you'd get access to the boss fight, which you just previously saw, and inside of the boss fight, you'd end up fighting the king egg. Now, also inside of these Easter updates, they usually do bring back a few key items, like the Easter egg cannon. They usually bring back the Easter jetpack as well for a limited time, and often they might also add some of the candies back to the game. Now, by the way, that's another thing I wanted to get into is different candies in Build-A-Boat. Okay, guys, I'm actually wondering this. So right here, we have the pink candy, which gives us speed. We have the yellow, purple, blue, and red. The blue and red makes you shrink, and one makes you ginormous. And the yellow and purple candy just make you run fast and jump high. It's basically the same thing as the pink candy. Is there any other candy that you would like to see in Build-A-Boat for Treasure? Like any candy that have any special abilities? The only thing I can possibly think of for a new candy is a candy that you eat and it gives you health. So if you're ever like having PvP battles with your friends and you take damage, but if you eat a candy, it gives you health. Not a lot of health, but like, you know, a little bit amount of health. I mean, that's pretty much like the only candy I can possibly think of. Unless they add like super candies that make it so you can run even faster or stuff like that. Comment down below any ideas you guys may have, because I'm actually very, very curious. So in the future of Build-A-Boat, we have a few tool updates that could be added. By the way, comment down below any tool updates you'd want added to Build-A-Boat. We have some old items that could be returning. We have the 0.001 scaling that we know for sure is going to be added at some point. I mean, they're literally hinting at it. We have also those swords. These right here were actually added inside of Build-A-Boat. Like, it's literally inside of the game right now. We just can't do anything with them. It looks like they were going to add them as a PvP item one point inside of the game, but never went through with it, I guess. Or maybe they will in the future. Who knows? And that's why it's still on the pedestal. So we definitely have new items that could be added, and also we have Easter coming up as well. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that any of this is actually going to get added to the game. It's just ideas of new things that could possibly get added in future Build-A-Boat updates. Also, there's no confirmation yet that there is an Easter update. If we do get news on that or confirmation, I'll let you guys know as soon as possible. But we did get a Christmas update, so it could be likely. I mean, Halloween update. We didn't get a Christmas update, but we did get a Halloween update. I think, right? I think so. Be sure to drop a big thumbs up and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all inside of the next one. Peace out and goodbye.